Hello and welcome to another Rightly Witterings, and today this is very different. I'm out in the open air and I'm not talking about pens or paper. Just for a change, I'm going to talk about this thing, an Aeropress. Why am I talking about this? I bought an Aeropress I think 4 years ago and it was wonderful. I tend to spend all my life, as you'll guess, working from home. I don't go out to Costa or any of the other companies to get my special coffees from places. So one thing I invested in early on as a writer was a good coffee machine. But I live here on Dartmoor. I like walking over Dartmoor. I like painting Dartmoor. I like camping on Dartmoor. I like doing all these things. And I cannot carry a Gaggia espresso maker with me. So what could I do? I could get an Aeropress. What is an Aeropress? This is a brilliant device. It's got this which fits into a cup, and then it has this which slots into it on top of the cup, and it has several different sections. It has this which is a piston. In the bottom it's got a little end cap which takes a filter. You lift the top off, put coffee in, put the top back, put some water in with the coffee, stir it up, put the lid back on, press it down, you get a lovely cup of coffee. It works really well, but it's bulky and it's not particularly light. I started talking to people and I heard of this, a new Aeropress. What's special about this? I'm going to show you. So here we are. We have our Aeropress. How does it work? First of all, take off the little rubber lid, and underneath you find this. This is wonderful. It contains a whole bunch of paper filters. Very thin, very easy. That would be enough filters in there, I think, to keep me going for several days. What else is there? Well, I'll do that the other way up actually, and that way you'll see the ingeniousness of this design. So, this is a cup. This of course fits on top of the cup, so you can keep your cup from spilling. It has deep ridges, so you can hold it without burning yourself. It's wonderful. Here is the Aeropress. This is clever. In here, there is a scoop for coffee. And there is this, which I love. It's a stirrer, so that when you've poured your coffee in, you can stir it. Isn't that lovely? And then there's this. Here is the end cap. You put your filter inside there. As you can see, there's lots of holes. It goes on top. You put your filter in the bottom. You tip your coffee in with the spoon provided. You tip water in up to the 1, 2 or 3 mark. Stir it with your stirrer. Leave it to sit. After stirring it, you put the top of the piston, and leave it to sit there for 10 to 15 seconds. That's all it takes. And then when you're done, you push down on the top while it's resting on your cup, of course, and it pushes your coffee through at some pressure. Then, if you want to, you can leave it in there as an espresso. If you want to, you can add water and turn it into an Americano style, or you can add milk or whatever you want. But basically, it is a fabulous functional device. Here's a demonstration. Here we have the basics. First of all, remove the inner section. One filter. Here we go. The dog's just coming to say hello. Filter goes there onto the bottom. That sits on top of the mug. Then you take your perfectly sized spoon, put some coffee in, Give it a quick shake just to make sure it's settled, and add water up to, I normally just fill it up to 2 to make sure the water can circulate. Give it a quick stir, and then you put the topping on, and you leave it there for the count of 10 seconds. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be enough. And then you just push it down. Takes a bit of force, so it's not for the faint-hearted. That's squeezed out all of the liquid, and I now have a perfect cup of coffee, to which I'm going to add a little bit of water, and then I'll add a bit of milk later. Now the thing is, this coffee is superb. It makes it under pressure, so it's a bit like an espresso. Add the water and you've got a perfect Americano, which is what I like to drink. What could be simpler? It's just a perfect design. It's light, it's portable, ideal for camping, ideal for when I go out sketching. Okay, so what's the difference between these two? Well, you can see one, the old Aeropress, is about an inch taller. It is not dissimilar in weight, but the extra inch does make it less easy to pack it up. And the fact that the small Go fits inside a mug makes it much more transportable. Apart from that, the caps for the filters are exactly the same size. So the piston on the inside is exactly the same size and dimension. This will make 3 cups, this will make 4 cups. Apart from that, there isn't really a difference. This has got a hexagonal end, this has got a sort of rounded edged square, but apart from that the two are identical devices and very well designed. Thank you. I personally think this is going to be an absolute standby whenever I go out camping now, because it's perfect for making coffee, and a good fresh cup of coffee overlooking a part of Dartmoor first thing in the morning. What more could you ask for, eh? Cheers. So there you have it, a perfect little coffee device, probably filmed on the last decent day of the summer in 2020. Makes a nice change, doesn't it? I'll try to do this more often if the weather's good. I'm going to be trying to organise opportunities for you to see this more often, because I'm going to be trying to get out on the moor and do some talks based on locations where I set my books. That's going to be difficult, but it'll also be fun. I'll put them under a different playlist, obviously, so that those who want to see pen and paper and ink reviews won't get too disappointed with the change in style. But for those who are interested in the books, it'll be a nice idea, and I hope you'll want to join me on a few of those walks. In the meantime, thanks all for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share, all that stuff, you know the thing, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.